going to do today is I'm going to talk to Ruby, ask some questions about her recovery. However, remember, we're doing it in a trauma-informed way, so I'm not getting into detail about the incident or the details of what has happened. So I'll just give you a little bit of an overview for those of you that don't know Ruby. So in August 2021, Ruby was involved in an accident when she was out with her baby Leon, and she experienced severe orthopaedic injuries, resulting in her right knee needing to be amputated and wearing an external fixator on her leg for over a year. Ruby's journey is incredible, as is many of our clients, and she's been supported through the major trauma unit at Atri, and she's had intensive rehab. All of that is amazing, but we all know that clients only recover and engage in that rehab largely based on the people that they are. And so I hope you'll all give me a warm welcome to welcome Ruby. How are you feeling?
All right?
Yeah.
I'm hot.
It's nerve-wracking getting up here, no?
Yeah, I'm not much of a speaker at all. I'm hot.
Ruby, thanks so much for talking. I know we've talked about some things that we might focus on based on the presentation that I've just done around trauma. I'm not going to ask you about trauma, but maybe as a starting question, what would be helpful to know is your experience of psychology and that process for you.
So my psychology started when I was in the major trauma unit. From the day I can remember, really, psychology was involved. And then I was transferred straight from hospital to STEPS, where I started psychological therapy. And then I came home, had about a 4-month break, and I still see my psychologist now.
Perfect.
Yeah, I've done a bit of EDMR and exposure therapy.
Yeah, it means nothing.
Yeah,
really but it's worked on some level for you.
Yeah, the accident itself I've processed.
Yeah.
And I go back to where the accident happened, and mentally I'm over that. It's now moving on to acceptance.
For sure. And I think, that process of acceptance, like we talked about it, it's such an individual process, isn't it?
Yeah.
And often denial is a key feature of that. There's that nice graph that you start with anger, you go to denial, but it's individual, you'll be all around it. And so I'm curious to know what your process of adjustment has been, particularly around
I think
denial.
with denial, that's something I'm still working on now. Like, for example, when I picture myself in the future, I'm picturing myself with 2 legs.
Yes.
Even still to this day. So when I have to take a step back and think of reality and how the rest of my life is actually going to be.
Yeah, and I think it is that part of it is a lifelong journey in adjustment, isn't it? Ruby, tell me the most proudest thing you have done or been involved in as part of your recovery.
So my goals was always to be able and independent, and I'm at home as a single mum with my little boy, and I can do it all. I don't need anyone's help. I've got good support, friends and family, obviously, but just the fact that I can crack on with life with Leon and And
I think that part of identity, you're a nurse as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
That you've kept that quiet as a nurse as well. And the identity for you as a mum was so important, wasn't it?
Yeah. So my relationship with Leon, really, that I just felt like he'd been ripped away from me when I was in hospital. But then as soon as I got into rehab, I just stepped back into that mum mode. And then I just look at the positives, really, and see how much Leon developed from being in rehab, being around so many people all the time. He had such good communication and vocabulary from such a young age. And and he's so confident now.
Yeah.
I wish he wasn't as confident sometimes.
It's tricky parenting, but it's a nice skill that you want your child to have.
Yeah,
isn't
so
it?
it's like impacted them positively, really, than negatively. I can't really. Yeah.
In what way, Ruby, do you feel you've changed as a person?
I'm a lot stronger, I think. I was never into fitness before, and now I'm doing CrossFit 4 times a week.
Wow.
Yeah. Who I was before, I don't know. I'm just working, I suppose. My goal is to get back to work.
As a nurse?
Yeah, I think your job's a big part of your identity. And I worked hard to become a nurse. So,
yes.
Yeah, I want to get back.
Brilliant. And what do you think you've learnt about yourself during your recovery?
I'm determined, that's for sure.
You certainly are determined.
Yeah, motivated. I've just taken any therapy that's been offered. I've just give it a go, and
Great.
Yeah.
I know, Ruby, that you support lots of other people who have experienced life-changing injuries. And I wonder what advice you would give to somebody that might be starting out quite early in their journey of this.
How you are now isn't going to be how you are 1, 2, 3 years down the line.
Yeah.
Take any support that is offered. Try any therapy, even if you think it's not for you. Just give it a go. Get psychology involved straight away, because I've met so many people and they don't get rehab or psychological support till further down in the line, and I think that's quite traumatic for them as well.
So when I was talking in the presentation about the ripple impact of trauma, and it was the accident, the hospital, and then the litigation process, I wonder what advice you may give to our legal colleagues in how best they can support clients during...
Get involved, because Irwin Mitchell got involved with me when I was in a hospital bed, and I think that I really benefited from that. But it was day one that got me in touch with Irwin Mitchell, and then Irwin Mitchell got me in touch with Steps, and everything was just from the hospital bed to now. Everyone who's been involved. Just get rehab straight away, I suppose.
And what about in terms of support? So emotional support, yes, you've got psychologists, but of course that's only going to be like once or twice a week max, isn't it? So how do you think the network that you had around you really supported you and your recovery?
Friends and family.
Yeah.
And then when I was in Steps rehab, the support that my family got there as well, I think that was, helped a lot. Sorry, I'm losing where I'm going now.
It's okay. Thank you so much, Ruby, for talking to us. Thanks.